Hey guys, this is a bit of a different video as you might expect. We're going to try something new this time. So we're going to play some Spirit Island. Now this is a board game that I like to play with my wife a lot, and I decided to give that the digital version a try, so we're going to mess with it a little bit. If you don't know what Spirit Island is, that's okay. I'm going to try to make it approachable. We're going to try a bit of an interesting challenge. I've never really played like multi-handed solo board games before, so we're gonna just dive right into it as deep as we can, with a 4-board game with the 4 low complexity spirits, but we're gonna do it on a difficulty 0 game. We're not gonna mess with an adversary this time, though that's something I could definitely do in the future. So this is the arrangement that we got. Basically, the way this game works is there's a bunch of spirits that live on this island that has recently been visited by invaders, and they, through their reckless actions, they are blighting the land and disrupting the natural order, and the spirits have to band together to destroy the invaders or generate so much fear to disrupt their morale and cause them to flee the island in terror. So quick overview for how these spirits work. These are the 4 low complexity spirits. There's other ones that are higher complexity, but for now I'm just going to mess with the low complexity ones. So here we have Lightning's Swift Strike, which is a pure offense spirit, as you can see on the back side of the spirit panel. And its cards are really good at destroying buildings, basically. It's going to be like the main powerhouse of the team, so to speak. We're going to focus on getting a lot of card plays, so that we can just do as many things as possible, and then we're going to get stuck in a reclaim loop, pretty much the standard opening, basically. Here we have River Surges in Sunlight, who, as you can see, this is a much more of a control spirit. Basically, its strategy revolves around pushing the invaders around, so that they don't really get that much of a foothold, and then slowly building up until it maxes out its massive flooding innate power to just wipe everything out all at once. And like I said, we're going to rush through the card plays track just so that we can maximize our card plays, just so that we can get to this massive flooding as early as possible, and then we can just start getting in a reclaim loop, basically every turn maxing this out. Here we have Vital Strength of the Earth, which is a bit more of a defensive spirit. Its special rule allows its sacred sites to defend 3 in every land, and the thing with it is it has an excellent energy track, so we're mostly going to focus on that, and that's going to allow us to gear towards major powers. So that's going to basically allow this to keep up with the invaders, because otherwise it mostly revolves around stalling and not really getting much of anything done. So we need to gear towards major powers so that we can actually make progress against the invaders. And then lastly, we have Shadows Flicker Like Flame, who is focused more on generating fear, which is one of the ways to accelerate the win condition. And it has a couple of minor like control powers and stuff, so it'll be able to like give out some assistance to the team, but its main role is basically just generating fear. But it also has a little bit of control and a little bit of offense. Okay. So with that, let's get right into it. And we have a big board here, so they're going to start in the jungles. Okay, so I think we're going to start out with Lightning Swift Strike because that's the easiest one. We have a sacred site here already, and I'm going to end up setting up 2 more throughout the game in the first couple turns. So I need to make sure that they have as much coverage as possible. So, but I only have 2 range when setting them up. So let's see. I think I'm going to put one of them over here in Vital Strength of the Earth's board. And then the standard opening with Lightning Swift Strike is to play no cards now, and then next turn get to 4 card plays, and then play these 3 cards with the energy that I'll have, and that'll allow me to hit my left innate to destroy a town, which won't be possible if I play any cards now. So I'm going to hold off on playing any cards right now, just to save them for next turn. In most cases, it's ill-advised to play no cards, but for this specific build, it's optimal. Then, for River Surges and Sunlight, let's see, let's do it like this. Yeah, this is probably the way to organize it. So then now they're organized by board, like this. Okay, so here, we should probably, let's add a presence from bottom track first into this sands, and then we're going to go into this wetlands so that we can have access to both wetlands, and then we're adjacent to both of our jungles. And then we're going to play River's Bounty and Wash Away. One of the cool things about River Surges and Sunlight is it's going to be able to give out this Boon of Vigor power, which allows other spirits to accelerate their energy gain, basically. And actually, now that I think about it, I think we're going to take a bit of a deviation. I'm going to undo this. I'm actually going to grow from the bottom track with Lightning Swift Strike. And the way that this build typically works is we grow from the top track twice and then from the bottom track twice, so that we have 2 energy per turn and 2 4-card plays per turn. And then we kind of just loop that forever. And we have just enough energy in order to support playing Lightning Spoon, Harbingers of the Lightning, and Shatter Homesteads, and then we can fill up the rest of our hand with 0-cost miners, basically. But actually, if we're going to be getting consistent Boon of Vigor support every single turn, then it might be beneficial to just go straight to 6-card plays, be at 1 energy a turn, and then if we have 6-card plays, we're going to be getting 6 energy a turn, and we're going to have a lot more flexibility with what cards we can gain and play. So I think if we just go tech towards this build, I think that's going to be a bit more powerful overall. So that's these 2 spirits done. Next, let's move on to Vital Strength of the Earth, who is on this board. It has a special rule where its Sacred Sites, which are lands that have 2 presence, automatically have Defend 3 in them. So we can just build a Sacred Site here that'll allow it to defend against the Invaders. And then here, it's a bit too far away for me to reach with how I'm planning on going about this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 3rd growth option to gain a bit of energy, and then I'm going to go from the top track, and I'm going to this wetlands, and then I'm going to play Draw Out the Fruitful Earth to try to disrupt the next Explore in the slow phase, and then possibly group up some Dahan so that I could potentially set up a Rituals of Destruction in the future. And then lastly, for Shadows Flicker Like Flame, I think I like to growth the 3rd growth option initially. We can use our innate power to gather this Explorer out into an adjacent land. Well, actually, we can. I think it's better to gather this Explorer out because there's Blight here already, and then we can set up a Concealing Shadows or potentially some other. Maybe Mantle of Dread is better to push out the Explorer and the town. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna add my presence. Let's put it here, just so that it's in the corner. We have a bit more coverage with potential future Sacred Sites. And I'm going to play Favors Called Due to gather Dahan, and then Mantle of Dread with the intention of giving it to myself, and it's going to let me push out the Explorer here and the town that it's about to build, and I can get rid of them. There are Dahan here, which I would like to use to maybe let them trade in the counterattack or use a Concealing Shadows, but it is my starting Sacred Site, and I want to keep my Sacred Sites. So I think this is better overall, and then we're going to try to disrupt this Explorer. So I think that's it for this turn. So we're going to finish playing cards. That's fine. Now we're into the fast power phase, so now all of our fast powers, we can use them now. First, we already agreed we're going to use Darkness Swells the Unwary here to gather out this Explorer so that it's not going to build anymore, and that was the only fast power I had. Okay, so they're going to build in the jungles, and then they're also going to explore in the wetlands. Okay, so here I think I'm going to set up a Favors Called Due over here. I'm going to gather in all 4 of these Dahan. I'm going to get a couple of fear for it. Oh, 3 fear, actually, that's quite a lot. And then this is going to build a city, and then I'm going to set up Concealing Shadows play there. Actually, I'm going to slightly undo that. I'm only going to gather in 3 Dahan. And I think I'm going to gather in these 3. Because the Dahan are still going to outnumber the Invaders, so we're still going to get 3 fear out of it. And then this is enough to destroy the city in the future. Then we're going to use Mantle of Dread on ourselves this turn, and I'm going to push out the Explorer and the town into that mountains. Okay, now let's go to River Surge and Sunlight, because I think that one's usually easy to work with. We're going to use Wash Away over here, and we're going to push out... Let's push them into the sands, I think. And then we got to set up a River's Bounty. I think this land we're going to have to let Blight. There's nothing we can really do about that. We can tank it to scale. We can use Massive Flooding to push out this Explorer. Let's send it into this mountains. And then where should we get our Dahan in? Because I don't think this is a good spot to set up a Dahan counterattack. Maybe we're going to have to take Blight to scale there as well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use it here. I'm gonna pull out this Dahan to save it, and then we're gonna make another, gaining energy from it. And then I think all that's left is Vital Strength of the Earth, who's over here, and this is kind of great. We can stop both of these explorers. We can disrupt both wetlands explorers, and we can also gather in these 2 Dahan so that we can set up our Rituals of Destruction there later. Because that card gets boosted damage if there are 3 Dahan in a land. Okay, so for Lightning Swift Strike, we are going to go twice from the bottom track again. Let's go over into this sands. I think that's how I'm going to get the most coverage. And then... we only have 2 energy. I think we just still definitely need to destroy a town at least, so we have to play Shatter Homesteads, and then Harbingers of the Lightning is free, so I might as well play it. And I'm going to get Reclaim every turn thereafter. With River Surges and Sunlight, we're going to add a presence, 2 presents from the bottom track. Let's go... it's difficult to grow into wetlands because of the recent Explorer. I think it'd be beneficial to start growing into either Vital Strength of the Earth's board or into Shadows Flicker Like Flames board. Actually, maybe we can go into land A3 and then into B1 so we can get into this wetlands, which is a little bit less dangerous, because this one we're going to let Blight, but then the Dahan are going to counterattack. That's the plan there. But we can still get into this wetlands, and now we unlock our Reclaim 1 spot, so now we can take back River's Bounty because it's free, and we have enough money to play all 3 of these power cards. And this unlocks our second tier of Massive Flooding, so we're going to be able to get a bit more disruption out from that. Vital Strength of the Earth is going to... We're going to add a presence here, so we're going to end up gaining a power card because we're not taking advantage of range, so we're going to use this opportunity to gain power cards. Now, I don't really know how to play this well. I don't know if it's beneficial to get a minor power now or just go off the gate with a major power. I think I'm going to play it a little bit safe and get a minor power, maybe get something supportive, but it's really difficult to make work with only 1 card play. But I like having like an extra option for cards to forget. So I think I'm going to stick with a minor power and then just leave it there for forget fodder later, potentially. I don't think it matters too much what we take here. Maybe we can try to go on Element, in which case Enticing Splendor, which actually I don't think is that bad. Gnawing Root Biters is also decent. It's probably one of those 2. Um, the wetlands are already solved, so it's probably not that useful. Maybe I'll just take non-group biters or something. What am I planning on doing this turn, actually, with it? I'm going to add a presence here, and then what? Maybe... the problem with the voracious growth is I can't reach this land. I could use... Oh, no, No, I couldn't. I mean, I could use Voracious Growth and then just clean up this Blight, but I think I'm going to take non-group biters. I'm not going to play it. Probably not going to play this turn anyway. Add a presence to here. So this is Sacred Site, so this land is defended. This one we're going to let it Blight. We could skip it with a Year of Perfect Stillness or defend it with Guard the Healing Land, actually. No, we can't because it's not in range of a Sacred Site. We'd have to skip it with a Year of Perfect Stillness. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. I don't see my other power cards doing that much this turn, so I think this is the play. Let's see. Lightning Swift Strike is done. Okay, we still need to do Shadows Flicker Like Flame. So at this point, I like to use the second growth option. Gain a power card. I get minor powers here. Land of Haunted Embers, this is actually pretty hilarious. It's like the perfect element card, and it also has like some control power, but it adds Blight, so it's a little bit risky. Oftentimes, I'll take this power card, and then I'll play it, and then just not use it. I'll play it just for the elements, to make my innate powers easier to hit. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Dark Entangled Woods is like kind of nice, because it's defend and also makes fear. But I think I'm going to take Land of Haunted Embers anyway. I think they have a pretty sizable Blight pool to work with, so I'm okay with this, I think. And then I like to play Shadows Flicker Like Flame. I like to get to 2 card plays and then up to 3 energy, and then from there it's kind of my own decision. So let's see. Maybe I'll make a Sacred Site. I'll make a Sacred Site here, I think. And then we'll play Concealing Shadows for sure. And then can I do anything useful with Crops Wither and Fade? I could downgrade this town. I can use my special rule here. My special rule, it lets me, whenever I use a power, I can pay an energy to target a land with Dahan, regardless of range. So Crops Wither and Fade lets me downgrade a building, essentially, and it's 0 range, so it's hard to use, but I can theoretically hit this land with it, because even though I don't have presence there, I have a Dahan. But I could also do that with, with any other building on the island, pretty much, that has Dahan in it. Maybe I'll just play Land of Haunted Embers for the elements. I don't see much target for this anyway, and I think I'd rather just save an energy. And then maybe I'll find a use from this, I'm not sure. And then that's done, and that's done. So it looks like all my cards are done. So now let's start using our powers. Let's go to Lightning Swift Strike first. They're going to Ravage in the Jungles. This is going to... I'm going to lose this Dahan, but I would like to at least save this land, so I'm going to hit it with Shatter Homesteads. And then Harbingers of the Lightning, I think I'm going to use Slow, actually. Or I could save this Dahan, but I think I want to make the Fear. It's not a big deal if I lose 1 Dahan. So I think I'm going to use this in the slow phase. For Shadows Flicker Like Flame, I definitely want to use Concealing Shadows here. I do have to pay an energy to do that. Perhaps I should have added a presence there. It's not too late to take it back. I was going to use Darkness Swells the Unaware to disrupt this build. Oh! Wait a minute. I got mixed up. Well, I'm reclaiming next turn anyway. They're not ravaging this turn. I could use it to save another land, perhaps. Actually, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the spirit phase. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna undo this. I'm gonna choose to add a presence into this land instead, so that I can target it with Concealing Shadows next turn without having to spend an energy. Because I want to keep my energy together. And do I want to play Crops Wither and Fade? I could potentially Crops Wither and Fade the city that's got to get built here, which would leave me with 2 towns and an explorer. And then if I gather the other explorer into there, I kind of like that plan. I'll play these 2 cards. Okay, so Lightning Swift Strike is going to destroy this town. We're going to leave the Dahan there. It's going to die in the Ravage, unfortunately, but that's okay. And then we're going to use Darkness Walls the Unwary here to gather in this Explorer. And then Land of Fawns and Embers. I think I'm just going to save it. I'm not going to play it. I think. I could stop one of these builds, but I don't think I want to. Or I could stop this build at least by spending an energy, but I think I want to keep my energy. So, and then a year Vital Strength of the Earth is going to use a year Perfect Stillness to freeze this land, so it won't ravage. And then River Surges in Sunlight is going to play Boon of Vigor on Lightning Swift Strike to give it 2 energy. Nice. So now next turn, I'll be at 3 energy for my tracks, and then 1 more from this reclaim, so I'll be at 4 energy, which will be enough to play Shatter Homesteads, Harbinger of the Lightning, and Lightning's Boon, and whatever minor card I gain, which is really good. So we'll be able to hit the second tier of our innate if it's a fire, which is pretty good. In addition for that, I'm going to use my Flash Floods. If I use Flash Floods to deal 2 damage to the city, I could then use my innate power to destroy the city, and then the Explorer, and then push out the town somewhere else. I kind of like that, because I can't really stop a build with this. Not really. So I think I'm actually going to do that. So yeah, this one, I'm not using this power, and this one I'm going to wait until the slow phase. So I like this. So now we're going to Ravage in the Jungle. We only took 2 Blight from that, which is pretty good. Now they build in the wetlands, and then they explore in the mountains. Okay. So let's use Harbingers of the Lightning. I think we're going to plan on destroying this town next turn, and then the Dahan are going to destroy the Explorer during the Ravage. I'll save. I'll wait until later on in the turn, see what I want. And then I think the plan was to use Crops Wither and Fade here to downgrade that city into a town, so now they're going to deal 6 damage. Well, the damage they deal doesn't matter, but they have 6 health now, and now the Dahan will be able to destroy all of them. Technically, it didn't matter which building I downgraded, but this is a little nicer looking. Vital Strength of the Earth doesn't have any powers. River Surges in Sunlight. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use Massive Flooding to deal 2 damage, and then push the town. Let's push it into here, sort of group everything together, so that when we get our 2 damage to each invader, we'll be able to make some huge moves. And then for River's Bounty, maybe let's just pull in these 2, I don't know. And then Lightning Swift Strike. Actually, oh, I did that wrong. Oh, it's range 1. I was hoping to push this Dahan into this land. I could push one of these Dahan into there, but then I lose my Rituals of Destruction. But I think since we didn't get a Sands in the first stage, it's not that great to rely on. I don't know if there's like, oops, if there's like any other use cases for it. This line could be a little bit scary, but I could hit it with another Concealing Shadows or something. I think I'll do it. I'll send a Dahan there. I'll send just one. Okay. So now, with Lightning Swift Strike, we're going to regain a minor power card. Maybe we... I think we actually get Cooking the Earth Struggles here. I think we get one of the firepower cards. I think this one's better. I can see an argument for Call to Bloodshed, but like if Sands comes up, this might be useful. Well, no, it shouldn't be that big of a deal because River Surge and Sunlight should be able to hit it with its innate power, or it becomes relevant. Well, like, what if this is Sands, right? So, how far away is River Surge and Sunlight? So, this is... we reclaim, and then we growth. So, on the reclaim turn, the Sands is here, and then on the growth turn, it's here. If it explores on the reclaim turn and then builds, then it's going to Ravish. Okay. Well, we could make it fast with Lightning's Boon, so I'm actually not too worried about it. So, in that case, maybe Called Bloodshed is good because it'll allow me to handle Explorers at all. So we're going to play these 4 cards, I think. We could choose not to play Called Bloodshed this turn to bank an energy for later. I'm actually thinking about that right now. But like, are there any cities that I can even destroy with this? It looks like no cities are even in range. So there's no point in doing that. So I'll just bank the energy for next turn. Let's go to River Surges and Sunlight because that's pretty easy. We are going to reclaim cards, gain a power card. Reaching Grasp is actually an incredible pickup here. It's on element and it's great support for Lightning Swift Strike, allowing it to have further reach with its innate power. So we're gonna we have 3 card plays, but we're gonna intentionally only play 2 of them this turn, so that when I hit the reclaim 1, I am gonna be able to play 4 power cards and use my innate power. So build. I can't play Flash Floods because it's too expensive, but I can play Wash Away here. Actually, no, we have to play Boon of Vigor. That's right. We have to keep supporting Lightning Swift Strike. Yeah. Okay. Almost messed that up. Okay. Shadows, Flicker Like Flame. Ooh, that's also going to be a reclaim for you. Gain a minor power card. Steam Vent's kind of nice. Elemental Boon is actually pretty interesting. Kind of thinking about Elemental Boon right now. Purifying Flame is nice, Steam Vents is nice. Honestly, all these are pretty good cards. Like, these 2 are pretty good for elements, and then these 2 are just really good cards all around. I think I'm gonna take Elemental Boon. And then here we're definitely going to play Concealing Shadows, and then, ooh, Build in the Mountains, that's rough. I could stop a city build with this, and there won't be 2 cities ravaging. I could Crop Wither and Fade this, but that'll cost 2 energy and won't really accomplish much. Land of Monster Numbers also won't accomplish much. It'll just push 2 things out, and then it'll still be like 2 explorers in a town, and it'll also have Blight there. So I don't think that's really going to do much to solve it. And I really don't want to have to reclaim again. Maybe I can just have Lightning Swift Strike handle it, or like at least help out. What other options were there? Actually, Sap the Strength of the Multitudes would actually help out so much more. Maybe I'll just take it to defend the mountains. Unfortunately, no Elemental Boon this time, so we're going to take Concealing Shadows. I could use Sap the Strength of Multitudes to defend land 6, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save it for next turn. I can either gather Dahan. Well, no, I need to play a fire. So maybe I'll just play Mantle of Dread. Try to support somebody. Then Vital Strength of the Earth. Mountains build. I think I'm going to go for another major power card, actually. So I'm just going to establish a Sacred Site. Ooh, Indomitable Claim is kind of nice. Oh, but Power Storm, though. Power Storm is a really good support power. The problem is Vital Strength of the Earth has very limited card plays, so it has difficulty having like the economy to run it, but like it can even repeat its own powers, which could be pretty nice. Indomitable Claim, though. I think I'll take Indomitable Claim. We'll forget Rituals of Destruction, I think. No, we can forget Draw the Fruitful Earth. I don't think we're going to use this card ever again. And then we can make a Sacred Site here. At this point, I like to go bottom track so that I can just get to 2 card plays. And then from there, I might decide whether I want to get more energy or try to push to 3 card plays, depending on the price of the cards that I've taken. And then here... Mountains building. I could use Gnawing Rootbiters fast to push out the town due to Lightning's Boon. Because I do have to remember a Lightning's Boon is coming out. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Oh, and then I could push the town into land 5, which is already defended. Oh, I like that. Okay. So these are good, these are good, these are good. Okay, we're gonna use Concealing Shadows here. Darkness Swallows the Unwary, we get it at level 1. I'll figure that out later. We're gonna give Lightning's Boon to Vital Strength of the Earth, who's gonna use Gnawing Rootbiters here to push the town into land C5. River Surges in Sunlight is gonna give out a Boon of Vigor to Lightning Swift Strike to give it 3 energy. And then I think I might as well give it a Reaching Grasp as well, but I'll hold on to it for now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it just yet. Thundering Destruction lets us destroy a town. I could take the Reaching Grasp to destroy this town, so that it doesn't blight, and then I'll let these 2 trade. I might like that. Or I actually never mind. I could just destroy this town with Shattered Homesteads instead. I also could have destroyed the town in here with Thundering Destruction, to be fair. But... okay, I think I'll destroy this with Thundering Destruction and this with Shatter Homesteads. And then I'll let land D1 trade. I think I'll use the slow. Ooh, I could stop a build with this. The problem is I have a... I think I'm gonna stop this build. I also have a Reaching Grasp that I guess isn't that useful this turn. We still have a Harbingers of Lightning. Mantle of Dread won't be affected by that. And we also have a Massive Flooding, which isn't going to do a lot. I can push this town out. I can push one of these towns out. Probably this one. Okay. I'll just give the Reaching Grasp to Lightning Swift Strike. And I'll call it there. So we've earned a Fear card. Each player moves one explorer or town from a land with sacred sites. Okay. I'll leave this one here to make the Fear. This town might be good. This town might be good to get rid of. This town would also be good to get rid of. One of these towns. Okay, good choices all around. So we'll take out this town. We'll take out this town. And we'll take out this town. And we'll take out this explorer. I think that makes sense. There's like no builds I can stop, right? Okay, yeah. So take out this explorer. This town. This town and this town. I think I'll leave the town in there. We'll get some damage there. Those wipe. We have 5 Blight left. Build in the mountains. Explore in the mountains again. Okay, this could be really good or really bad, or both. Well, it's bad for River Surges and Sunlight. Pretty bad. Oh god. Okay, that was kind of unfortunate. We will... I guess do this, and then Lightning Swift Strike has a Harbingers of the Lightning. It has +1 range. I'm gonna send a Dahan into there so that the Explorer is just destroyed in the Ravage, and then it can't build anymore. Who still has powers? Oh, Shadows does. Okay. Ooh, Mantle of Dread. There's not a lot of mountains presence, unfortunately. Maybe River Surges and Sunlight. We're gonna push this. Wait, is it Explorer or Town? We'll push the town here, and then we're gonna set this up for massive flooding, and then we'll use Mantle of Dread here to let River Surges and Sunlight push this Explorer into there as well. Maybe that's fine. And then, oh yeah, we have Harbingers of the Lightning. That was the play. Okay. Let's reclaim, gain a power card. All of them cost 1 energy, which is unfortunate. Drought is hilarious. Maybe it is Drought. Rouse the Trees and Stone is also pretty good here, I think. I think it's one of these two. Veil the Night's Hunt is also nice. It's one of these three for sure. I think it's Rouse the Trees and Stones, because I think that we're already pretty good at destroying buildings. We need a lot of ways to destroy explorers, so maybe it's Rouse the Trees and Stones. Shatter Homesteads. Can we just play the rest? I think that's fine, and then we'll get 5 energy back. Yeah, I think this works. And then we get to destroy a city. I'll figure you out later. River Surge and Sunlight. We're gonna reclaim Boon of Vigor. And then I'm gonna go into here. I promise I have a plan. I would like to have be able to reach other boards, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. Where would be a good place to make Dahan? Dang. Maybe I'll go into this jungle? That sounds dangerous. Then we're going to play our 4 cards. And now we hit our max tier for massive flooding. Shadows flicker like flame. We're no idea what we're going to do here. Well, we have Sap the Strength of Multitudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have just enough to defend this. And then we can Favors Called Due in the fast to get a bunch of Dahan into there to wipe it so that it doesn't build next turn, and then this land we just let it be sad. So we want to play Sap the Strength of Multitudes and Favors Called Due. We want to add a presence from the top track. Let's gain a power card along the way. Nature's Resilience. Gift of Power is kind of nice. Savage Mob Beasts. Maybe it's Rain of Blood, or maybe it's Nature's Resilience. Rain of Blood costs 0, which is really beneficial. Or Gift of Power. We can feed Vital Strength of the Earth a Gift of Powers so that it has things to forget when it drafts major powers. And this has Moon, which is nice. I want to take Gift of Power, actually. Yeah, the Moon actually is pretty nice here. If I play Sap the Strength of Multitudes and Favors Called Due, that'll give me the air to give this extra range, which is good. And then I can play a Moon Air after that. I'll add a presence into here, where there's an Explorer Town. So we're going to play Sap the Strength of Multitudes, we're going to play Favors Called Due, and I only have 2 card plays, that's right. Well, it's fine. Okay, so, and then lastly, Vital Strength of the Earth. Maybe this is an Indomitable Claim turn, just because it'd be really nice to clear both of the mountains. Well, we could also just guard the Healing Land, actually. Oops. Okay. What's our presence adding range? It's only 1. Okay. Everyone on our board is within range 1 of a sacred site. Maybe we should start getting over to River Surges and Sunlight's board. Let's put the sacred site here. And then let's play Guard the Healing Land. And then Indomitable Claim is still really good because it lets us add a presence. So we could actually use Guard the Healing Land to remove a Blight elsewhere instead. Because I don't really think we can donate it per se. This'll do. That's good. That's as good as it's gonna be. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's go with this. So we're gonna use Lightning's Boon on Shadow's Flicker Like Flame. We're gonna use Sap the Strength of Multitudes here, and Favors Called do here. 1, 2, 3. We only need 3 Dahan in there. Let's make it be 3. We're gonna use Boon of Vigor on Lightning Sword Strike. We're gonna use Flash Floods to destroy one of the Explorers, so that wipes. Vital Strength of the Earth is gonna set up an Indomitable Claim. Let's put it here. And then let's remove this Blight. And then, okay, so now we get to destroy a building and a town, do 2 damage. Well, actually, hang on, I have to be careful. I have 3 air, so I can only use 3 of these powers fast. I probably want to use Harbage the Lightning slow. Probably want to use these 2 fast, and then these 2 I'm going to have to decide, basically. Maybe I can use Call to Bloodshed in the slow phase with Harbage the Lightning, so I can use Harbage the Lightning to push Dahan, and then Call to Bloodshed to make those Dahan fight. I kind of like that. We need to start picking up air cards. So, no Reaching Grasp, it seems. Oh, but this is going to be sad. But I can't use Rouse the Trees and Stones there. Okay, so let's use Thundering Destruction Heat. Oh, well, let's use... Any cities need to go down? Not in range. Okay, let's use Thundering Destruction here. And then I can use Call to Bloodshed here to deal damage so that that's solved. And then we get a Shatter Homesteads at range 2. This is gonna wipe, this is gonna wipe, this is gonna wipe. Build a city. Wipe. Build a town. Wipe, wipe. This is gonna build. These are the only 2 mountains that are gonna have anything in them at all, and I can't reach either of them. Well, I can reach this one, but I want this to be like the Fear Farm for River Surges and Sunlight. And this one I can't reach, so I'll just try to make progress elsewhere by destroying this town, I think. Yeah. Okay. Build in the mountains. And explore is sands. Okay. Shadow's Flicker Like Flame was actually able to get a pretty solid pocket going on its board. Look at it. It's so empty. We're probably going to have to take care of this, which it's in River Surges and Sunlight's board, so that should be pretty easy, so we can maintain the pocket. Here as well, perchance. Let's see here. Let's do that one later. But for now, let's use... Oh... No, it's fine. I'll just do it fast. Okay. Let's just... No. Let's make an extra Dahan here. Let's do it like this. So that Shadows Flicker like Flame could potentially borrow them. We'll wash away... this one. And then... we have a massive flooding that we don't really know what to do with exactly. I'll massive flooding into here, deal 2 damage to Invader, leave the city up, and then we can destroy the city next turn with Thundering Destruction. And then we can use our next massive flooding like on here or something, for example. So, okay, that works, I think. That's done. This is done. Okay. So you can Harvage the Lightning and rouse the trees and stones. I think what I want to do is I want to destroy this town and push this explorer here for sure. And then we get a Harvage of the Lightning. Let's get our fear. Okay. So now let's reclaim, gain a minor power card. Ooh, Gift of Constancy. It's a little bit late for it, and I do need air, but everything else costs 1 energy. It doesn't look that impressive. A Gift of Constancy is too good to pass up here. Visions of Fiery Doom is also nice, but I think I have enough fire, and I need... It's either Visions of Fiery Doom or Gift of Constancy for sure. Oops. I'll take Gift of Constancy because this turn I can play everything except Raging Storm. Ooh, I actually can squeeze in a Raging Storm. That is interesting. Is it useful? It would help a lot in this land. C6. We can use Raging Storm now and then Gift of Constancy in a future turn. We actually get to destroy 2 buildings with this in 1 land, which is really nice. Except for the fact that there's only 1 building in the land we're going to use it on. This land is a huge problem, though. So let's reclaim, gain a minor power card. Maybe Gift of Living Energy. Ooh, okay, so I can use Thundering Destruction on this land with a Reaching Grasp. So let's check in a Reaching Grasp. This is important. I think we can take away River's Bounty this time, actually. I think we have enough Dahan here. I can start making more in land 1 later, but I think for now, the Reaching Grasp is so important to give out right now that... because like we can do this, and then Shadows Flicker like Flame can potentially... It could push out the rest with Land of Haunts and Embers, but that would create 2 Blight. I could also reclaim the Sap, the Strength of Multitudes. I could let this cascade, but I really don't think I want to. Well, then the problem is this city is gonna cascade Blight, isn't it? I mean, I guess I could destroy it with a combination of Harbinson's Lightning and Call of Bloodshed. I have four air, though, so I can only use 2 of these fast, and that is 3 of them right there. And the 4th one would be Raging Storm over here. So that means I would have to use Shatter Homesteads in the slow phase, which appears to be acceptable, and then Rouse the Trees. Okay, maybe it works then. This is a big problem. I'm gonna have 6 energy this turn. Maybe I gain a major power. Maybe I can get like Talons of Lightning or something. Winds of Rust and Atrophy. That sounds like just what I need. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After the Destroy 2, that'll be enough. Trees and Stone Speak of War is also great. I mean, none of these are like really on element for us, to be fair, but like this will get us out of a pinch now. And then I think I'm gonna forget. Maybe it's just Gift of Power, unfortunately. This is mostly just to save us now. I'm gonna put this here so I can gather out the Explorer, and then we're just gonna play these 3 cards. Perfect. And then Vital Strength of the Earth. I think we're just gonna reclaim here. I think we can start heading towards 3 card plays at this point, but maybe it's fine to grow into here, or maybe we should grow like here or something. No, I'm sure Lightning Swift Strike can handle it. I'll grow into here. Okay. So we're gonna plan to destroy these with Raging Storm. We could use Guard the Healing Land to remove Blight. I need more major power cards. That's what I need right now. But that's what next turn is for, I guess. I could grow into here and create a Year of Perfect Stillness. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really seem like it's doing that much. Maybe we could play these 2 to give out a Gift of Power, a Gift of Strength rather. Maybe that's what we do. That changes things, but it's fine. Oh, I have 5 card plays. I'll check into River's Bounty this time. Okay. Reaching Grasp goes to Lightning Swift Strike. Moon of Vigor goes to Lightning Swift Strike. Flash Floods goes here or here? I'll decide later. This one, I have no idea. This one, Lightning's Boon is going somewhere. Thundering Destruction is going to destroy these 2. And then Shadows Look Like Flame is going to use Winds of Rust and Atrophy here to defend it. We're going to use Darkness Spells the Unwary to pull this one out. Raging Storm here. We have a Shatter Homesteads. Wait a minute. Oh, right. So the plan was to use... Wait. If I use Shatter Homesteads here, and then Winds of Rust and Atrophy, that still defends it. Okay. And then Lightning Swift Strike can use Thundering Destruction here to destroy that town. We Raging Storm here. There was a play I wanted to do with Harbinger of the Lightning and called a Bloodshed. But I think it might have passed by now. I'll still push those two into there so that it wipes a lot. Okay. I think Flash Flood's gonna go into here. Gift of Strength is gonna be interesting. What would I use it on, though? I could Reaching Grasp, Lightning Strike again, but oh, okay. So we're gonna use Gift of Strength on River Surges and Sunlight, and Lightning's Boon on River Surges and Sunlight. Who's gonna use Wash Away to push this guy here, and then Wash Away to push this guy here. Flash Floods to do 1 damage there, and then Massive Flooding to wipe everything else. Darkness swells the... Oh yeah, we're gonna pull this guy out of there. And then we have a Guard the Healing Land. We can remove a Blight. I think this is the only Blight that can be removed right now. And then I still have more powers I can... Oh yeah, I'm not using... I don't think I'm using that one. Okay, Hurry and Fear cards. We're almost at Terror level 2, actually. So we do need to pick up the pace at the Fear. But a lot of the boards are looking super empty right now, so maybe we have this under lock. We do get a Fear card. We can seek safety, push and explore into a land with more buildings than where it came from. This is the only build that's going to happen, which is cool, I guess. Maybe we can just throw this into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that should be fine. I think the rest I'm actually going to leave as is. So River Surges and Sunlight's board is just completely empty right now, except for that one Explorer that just showed up. Okay. So... could use Crops Wither and Fade here. I think that makes the most sense. Well, actually, no, that makes little sense, because then I can't even destroy it. I could also just burn it, to be honest, but... Yeah, I think I'll just burn it. Oh, shoot. And I have all the other powers. That's right. Let's just do that. And then Call to Bloodshed? I don't know. Rituals of Destruction? Might depend on Dahan stuff. This one I definitely want to pull those guys in for Shadows Flicker like Flame to utilize. So you have a Call to Bloodshed, you have nothing, and you have a Ritual of Destruction. Okay, can I combine those two somehow? Yes. No, I can't. Dang it. I was gonna... Oh, I have to choose a land with Dahan. Shoot. Oh, so I can get Dahan into here and then use a Ritual's Destruction. But I can only gather Dahan into lands with Dahan. It's a little frustrating, but I'll use Call to Bloodshed here, I guess, to gather this one so that next turn I can use Call to Bloodshed to do damage and not have to use Raging Storm. And then Rituals of Destruction doesn't really have much use. Yeah, there aren't really any targets. Okay. So here we're going to reclaim, gain another power card. We could probably think about getting a major power card soon. Drought. Well, yeah, Drought is there again. Yeah, we reshuffled. Okay. I don't know. Maybe just Veil the Night's Hunt. I don't know. We have 6 card plays. Okay. And then for this, we will just reclaim everything, gain a power card. Encompassing Ward has good elements. But... we already have like a flex slot, so we should probably draft for effect instead. As long as it's 0 cost. So I think I'm going to take Enticing Splendor. And then we're going to play definitely those 3. Or definitely these. The last one, I don't know, between Reaching Grasp and River's Bounty. I guess we have to figure out what's going on here. So we are 3 fear away from the 2nd Terra level. We have 2 cities and 1, 2 towns. Ooh! We could probably close out a win soon. I could use Call to Bloodshed to deal 2 damage to the city, and then Raging Storm to just wipe out this land. And then a Reaching Grasp boosted Thundering Destruction to destroy this city. And then that leaves 2 towns left. Okay, I think I like this approach. Let's just chuck in Reaching Grasp, and then let's see what we can do to take care of the other 2 towns. So there's 1 town here and 1 town here. We can probably downgrade this one fast with Crops Wither and Fade, made fast by Lightning's Boon. Oh, I could also just play both. I'll get to that later. And then this one... This one we're going to gain a major power and then see what we can do. Hopefully it is enough to destroy the town fast. It's not. Unless we can get a push somehow. Wait, am I stupid? Not really. Wait, actually Entwined Power might be the key. Because then River Surge and Sunlight could deal 2 damage there in the fast phase. Oh. Okay. So if we play Entwined Power, and then Shadows Flicker like Flame, reclaims, gains a random power card, let's just say Call to Migrate, and then uses, where is it? Crops Wither and Fade. I think this is enough. Let's just see it. Let's just see how this happens. So we're Reaching Grasp here, and we might as well just throw in a Boon of Vigor. Actually, no, I'll use as few actions as I can. Entwined. Ooh, the problem with Entwined Power. Okay, I have to do it last because it gains new information, so I won't be able to undo past it. So we'll Lightning's Boon you. We will use... Call to Bloodshed here to deal 2 damage, and then Raging Storm to wipe everything. Oh, I also could have just destroyed the town with Shatter Homesteads. Oh, true. Oh wait, how is that city going? Oh yeah, Thundering Destruction here. Okay. Shatter Homesteads here, and then Crops Wither and Fade here, and that should be the game. Yes! Okay, so all the towns and cities are gone from the island, and we're at Terra Level 2. So we were in Terra Level 1 for a very, very long time, because there wasn't really a whole lot of fear generation between Vital Strength of the Earth and River Surge and Sunlight, and Lightning Swift Strike was making a decent amount of fear, and then most of it was Shadows Flicker like Flame. But luckily, we were able to do so much damage to the Invaders, like keep them under control so much that we were able to pick things off right at the start of Terra Level 2. So yeah, that's the game. And that's Spirit Island. Hope you enjoyed. I didn't really explain that many like the rules, but like hopefully some of it like made sense as you were going on. Yeah. I can upload like more videos about this, going over like rules and stuff, more gameplay, harder difficulties, stuff like that. Let's look at the details. So this was the state of the island. We won on turn 6. I don't think we can zoom into this really. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.